Cuyahoga County is facing a federal lawsuit demanding it pay back the owners of foreclosed properties turned over to the Cuyahoga Land Bank.
Former Ohio Attorney General Mark Dan says his clients should have been paid when their properties were sold. News 5's Olivia Fecto explains the lawsuit and how the county and the land bank are responding.
Vacant houses sit abandoned in neighborhoods across Cuyahoga County, from the west side of Cleveland to the east. Some of them are or may soon be property of the Cuyahoga Land Bank.
There have been millions of dollars of people's equity taken in this process.
Former Ohio Attorney General Mark Dan has filed a class action lawsuit in federal court, saying there could be more than 7,000 property owners owed money by Cuyahoga County. One of the plaintiffs, a woman who lived in this old Brooklyn house before moving to the suburbs.
She should have done something. She could have put it for sale. She didn't do that. She could have paid the taxes on it and just kept it. And she chose not to do that.
Prior to 2006, according to the lawsuit, courts decided the fate of foreclosed homes, usually a sheriff's sale.
You sell to the highest bidder, the taxes would be paid off, the cost of the foreclosure would be paid, any mortgages or other liens would be paid, and then anything that was left would go back to the property owner because that's their property.
But now county boards of revision can decide what to do. The old Brooklyn house was transferred to the land bank. The difference between the house's value and its delinquent taxes was more than $60,000, money Dan says his client should have received.
It's not the county's job to babysit an owner who now claims after all these years that he has equity in the property.
Cuyahoga Land Bank President and General Counsel Gus Frangos says the owners of abandoned properties have ample time and opportunity to get their property back.
They're being transferred to land banks after nobody has responded, after nobody's gone on a payment plan, after the person has not showed up at a hearing.
These aren't homes in which people are living, according to Frangos, but vacant ones with code violations and in which crime often occurs. These abandoned properties aren't just houses. One of the plaintiffs listed in this lawsuit owned this abandoned fast food restaurant on East 116th and Miles Avenue. While Dan is supportive of the land bank's work, he says the county should compensate the owners of these properties.
What we're saying is even these people who sat on their rights, who may not have even been the best owners of the property, they're still entitled to that compensation because under our Constitution, the government can't take your stuff without paying you for it.
A spokesperson for Cuyahoga County says county lawyers are reviewing the lawsuit and will defend it. In Cleveland, Olivia Fecto, News 5.